There have been so many deck lists out there, and since it's starting to be apparent that we're going to be stuck in the Eternal format for 100 years, I think it's still important that we look at a lot of other things and potential decks. So we're going to be looking at the 10th place regional deck profile played by Brian Caris. God, I'm terrible with pronunciations. This regional taking place in Argentina as well. So, first thing you're probably going to be asking yourself is, Six Samurai have they've been so degenerate all format. We've seen a lot of different takes on the deck, and this build is going to be playing the True King engine. Now, the previous builds of this we've seen have basically tried to turbo out to, oh god, what was it? They would use Firewall, build this massive board, and that was just kind of it, you know. The builds were playing Golden Bamboo Sword, the whole kick and kabang for the Equip engine to kind of capitalize and make the biggest plays that it could do. Well, unfortunately, in this scenario, we scrapped that and we've gone back to the original concept here. Now, the original concept was use diagram, blow up Fuma, and Fuma would be your combo starter. Because when Fuma, this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon one Six Samurai monster from your deck or graveyard. So, what you're aiming to do in this deck is start your entire combo with this. It's 2-card combo the deck, diagram plus Fuma, just starts going. I don't know the whole process of the board that you can make when you're playing this, but I've seen some YouTube tutorials and things like that, and you can still build some pretty crazy boards this combo, but the deck's appeal kind of lost a little bit of power because we no longer have Masterpiece. So some of the things that you would be going for at the end of the board, I think you also have the potential to make a Masterpiece at the end of some of your combos, which fucking color me wrong, but like shit's kind of broken just in terms of like being able to produce a whole Six Samurai board and then end on some sort of Masterpiece or something else. I believe that was the original concept of the deck, but here we are. We're revisiting this concept. I don't know why this duelist felt that the current version, the Firewall version, wasn't consistent enough to their liking. I mean, to see this deck get, you know, what is it, 10th place? Winning the regional, we had Invoked Alistair, which doesn't surprise me. Second place was True Draco. No shocker there. Third place was Pendulum. Actually, I've been talking about Pendulum all week. Pendulum's supposed to be the big, you know, deck in the room that you're supposed to use to beat the the broken format, but still a lot of things to do. But here we are. 10th place. I mean, the top 4 Sky Strikers, and then we jump straight into 10th place here, which is Samurai True King for their coverage. So yeah, definitely a very meta-full event. I mean, especially if you walk into something like True Draco and you just like, oh, man, are we really doing this? Like, it's unfortunate, but it's kind of the way that the game can go. So I do think that this deck does lose to Floodgates, and I do think that this deck does want to go first in terms of its potential plays. I could be wrong. Once again, just kind of something that I've noticed. So anyway, onwards and upwards. So since we are playing a combo deck that does, in fact, like to do cute things, we have to play Baobaboon. Now, Baobaboon's greatest asset is if this card is a normal summon special, you draw 1 card and then place 1 card from your hand either on the top or the bottom of your deck. And then if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can special summon any number of Baobaboons from your deck. So the really cute thing about Baobaboon here is you're going to use this in combination with Dragonic Diagram to trigger his ability. So what you do is you cook 1 in hand and then go ahead and special summon 2 more. The 2 will allow you to draw 2 cards and then stack the other 2 however you want to. So you can filter through dead resources and things like that. So this deck is also not playing hand traps. I think it's kind of something to note. This deck is very, very, very go first heavy. This deck is also playing 3 copies of Mariamne. So if this card is in your hand, you can destroy 2 other monsters you have in your hand and or face up in your field, including a wind monster. And you do special summon this guy. If you destroyed both cards that were wind, banish exactly 4 cards from the top of your opponent's deck. This card is destroyed by card effect and add a non-wind wyvern monster from your deck to your hand. The only thing that we're going to be playing this for is tutor ability with Diagram to go search for our friend over here. Now, since this deck is so geared heavily to going first, we are going to be using Aqua Dolphin. We need to look at our opponent's hand, and we need to take away those hand traps. This deck does also play Called by the Grave. I think you have 5 potential cards to make sure that you can play the game. Now, in the sense of Aqua Dolphin, it is a level 3 warrior that you can get access to off of Rhoda or something like that. I hate having to see Aqua Dolphin as a core normal summon. I know a few people love this card. I love-hate this card. I think the card's very good for what it does, but you also have to understand at the end of the day it's still Aqua Dolphin. And if your opponent doesn't have the hand trap, yikes. You might be sniping out some other crazy things. You just never know. So, bear in mind, you need this to be an anti-hand trap monster to make sure that your deck can actually engage and do what it needs to do, which is kill your opponent. We have triple copies of Fuma. Once again, this is your starter. Also a tuner, which gives you access to some kind of cute things. But remember, if this card is destroyed by battle or card effect, special 1 Samurai monster from your deck. And then, of course, this does give you some built-in protection, which is kind of cute. Now, in previous iterations of this deck, I don't remember seeing Genba. So Genba, if this card is normal summon, you target one of your banished 6 samurai monsters and add it to your hand. And then, of course, we have that same protection clause, but this guy as a normal summon starter is kind of cute. You might be playing it just in his additional name. I'm not exactly sure why we're playing this, but you do have access to this, and I believe that this duels felt that this was very appropriate for a starter. Just kind of depends, actually. 2 copies of Hatsume. So you can banish exactly 2 6 samurai monsters from your graveyard and or face up from your field and target 1 6 samurai monster in your graveyard, except for Secret Samurai Hatsume special summon. So this kind of gives you more use out of Genma, but I'm indifferent about this because if I have to normal summon this as a starter, then that means that I have to draw my combo. And I don't know why I would want to go towards this when Aqua Dolphin seems like an infinitely better resource in the long run. But getting that generic revival's pretty key. And then Kizaru started going up in price. When this card is special summoned, you can add from your deck to your hand 1 6 samurai monster with a different attribute from every monster you control. Exactly 1 6 samurai monster you control and no other cards will be destroyed by a card effect. Banish this card from your graveyard instead. Once again, that beautiful protection effect. And then the big kahuna over here. True King of Batrachos, or whatever. The Fathom Member. So the cards in your hand, you can destroy 2 of your other monsters, or cards, or, yeah, monsters. And or face up on your side of the field, including a water monster if you do special summon this card. If you do, you can banish up to 2 spells and trap cards from your opponent's field and or graveyard. Ooh. And then if both destroy cards were water, this card is destroyed by card effect, you can special summon 1 non-water wyvern monster from your deck in defense mode. Ooh. So we actually get hella value off of this guy. Being able to banish up to 2 small trap cards from your opponent's field is pretty good. I think out of everything, this guy probably got the best deal in town, just for what he is. Now, we are playing triple Called by the Grave to make sure that the deck can actually do what the deck needs to do. Triple copies of Dragonic Diagram and 1 copy of Pseudospace. I wonder how often it comes up that we can actually resolve 4 copies of Dragonic Diagram in a single turn. It's kind of spicy, actually. 1 copy of Monster Reborn because we like sacking our way to victory. 1 Moon Mirror Shield. Gotta have at least 1 equip to go special summon our boy over here. And then 1 Rhoda. 1 Set Rotation. Triple Smoke Signals. 2 6 Samurai United for token power gathering, drawing cards. 1 Soul Charge. Yay! This card's so good. Triple copies of Terraforming and 1 copy of Twin Twisters. Next deck we have 1 Topological Bomber Dragon, 1 Linkuriboh, 1 Unicorn, 1 Phoenix, 1 Mermaid, 1 Cerberus, 1 Isolde, 1 Decode Talker, 1 Borreload, 1 True King of All Calamities, 1 MX Saber Invoker, 1 Trishula, 1 Natty Beast, 1 Shien, and 1 Herald of the Arclight. Side deck, 2 Ash Blossoms, 2 Denko Rekka, 2 Droll Knockbirds, 2 Effect Veilers, triple Ghost Ogre, 1 Twin Twister, and triple Evenly. Hey, I found our hand traps, guys. I know where they're not in the main deck. They're all in here for when we need to go second. Ha! I got it. So, guys, this is Brian's 10th place deck list from the Argentina regional. I think this is pretty fucking awesome, actually, getting a chance to see this concept show back up. So, guys, please leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and I'm out. Peace. The ride never ends, guys. Make sure you enable those notifications to get the latest videos that are being posted on this channel. Make sure you guys check out VanCole40 for my Cardfight Vanguard channel. And join me and House of Champions on the Zodiac Duelist TV Twitch stream. We'll be interacting with our audiences. And please check out No Limit Gaming and LGTCG.com for the cheapest trading cards on the market. Thanks for watching, guys, and please have a good day.